Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, wherever you are in the world. Today, on the lockdown session, my special guest will be another good friend of mine, Mr. Dom Clark, serious trumpet player,
Thank you.
guitar player, singer. What else do you do?
Songwriter,
Singer, songwriter. I think I said that, yeah, but yeah. Well, this is.
studio manager.
We're going to get to that. We're going to get to that.
Mm.
Well, this is Dom Clark. Good evening, Dom. How are you doing, sir?
Evening, good. Good to be on. Good to see you. So is this going out like video as well as audio?
Yep.
Right.
I'll be doing the video is going to be one thing, which is going to be on YouTube and on Facebook. And then the audio is going to be actually on the show.
Right, cool.
So, but this will lead into the show. So whoever sees it knows the show is going to be on such a date. And then they to tune in.
Yeah.
So you can tell all your friends. So,
Lucky I
how
was
have
in
you been,
makeup
sir? How
and
have you
hair
been? How have you
before.
been?
Good, yeah. Keeping busy during the lockdown. Just
Mm-hmm.
because I got the studio, but I haven't taken many bookings, so just trying to do as much as my own music as I can while it's quiet. So normally it's sort of like every week is busy, and you think, oh, next week I'll have time to do my own thing. Next time week I'll have time to do it, and next week never
It
comes.
never
But
happens.
last year, next week actually came. So
Oh, okay.
yeah, I'm hoping to like have an album done by the time things get back to normal.
Oh, we're looking forward
So
to that.
we released a few singles last year, but
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, doing a promotion and stuff gets in the way. So I just try to knuckle down and get enough for an album, and then you can think about
Well,
promoting
hopefully
stuff.
this will help. Hopefully this will help.
Yeah, it will. Thanks a lot.
I've been
Yeah.
looking forward to your new stuff because I've been to quite a few of your gigs
Mm.
and I've heard you play, I've heard you sing, and I'm thinking, man, the guy plays trumpet, sings, plays guitar. What else don't you do?
Um, I don't play bass and drums as good as Connor and Manuel, which is why I've got them in the band.
Ah, okay.
And yeah, so between the three of us, yeah, I program a bit of keyboards and stuff
Mm-hmm.
like that, and do arrangements and things. But that's more like painstakingly put together than actually performing the way you might perform like an instrument that you're good at. So,
Oh,
but between the three of us, we can kind of do everything.
you make it work.
Connor throws in a bit of mandolin as well,
I
which is
noticed. I
good.
saw the video.
Yeah,
Right. I've
yeah,
been watching. I don't miss much. I've been watching, but I know
yeah,
I've known you for 6, 7 years now, something like that, or
yeah.
thereabouts. Because I think
Yeah, I
the
think it's
first place we met was at the one place. If you don't know yet, the one place we should go to is Arch One. That's where I think I met you,
yeah. I
and
think
it
that was
was.
2014. I think.
Oh, was it that
I
long
think
ago?
I think that's when I started doing solo stuff.
That's right. Yeah, I remember
Yeah,
I went to
before
your
that, been in
first gig
bands
there
and
as
things.
well.
Say again?
I went to your first gig there.
Yeah. I remember that. I think I still got
Ah.
some photos as well.
And that
Yeah,
was a solo, if I'm not mistaken. That was a solo act.
yeah.
Yeah,
I
it was a
started
solo act.
doing
Yeah.
yeah. So I've always been able to like put together something in the studio which sounds like a full band.
Hmm.
Like I can put it together myself. But then it's like it's hard to really connect with people unless you're playing live. So
Yeah, that's true.
I
Yeah.
started trying to sing and do just like acoustic shows.
Hmm.
And then I met Adam at the Arch One, who was he doesn't drum anymore, but he was the drummer with me. And he kind of persuaded me that it did sound good with a band and to push it and things like that. So
That's
got
right.
him to thank for getting me, him and Connor together.
Hmm.
And then when he stopped drumming, we got and Manuel in. But yeah, so a lot of it goes back to the Arch. It's a good sort of like launch pad.
For a lot of
And
things, yeah. So I
yeah,
remember
and
when I
enjoy sort
started
of
playing.
us keeping in touch with the place. Yeah.
That's right. Well, when I started playing, the first gig I did was at the Arch,
Mm.
which was kind of cool. So it's always good to, as they say, go back home.
Yeah, definitely.
Go back to your roots. Go to where you started
As
from,
Rob
because then you
says,
can't
it's
get lost.
family like it.
That's it. Now,
Yeah.
we've known each other for quite a while. You've been doing your music for, well, longer than that.
Yeah.
What got you started playing trumpet?
And my dad, because we played in brass bands, so I started on the cornet. It's like the short version of the trumpet that you play in like traditional like marching bands and things. So you have to wait till you get your front teeth before you can play. So you start playing like when you're about 6 or 7 or something. And I've got an older brother who's 2 years older than me.
Oh, okay.
So he was already playing and I couldn't play. And I was kind of like, I wanted to play. So I was waiting for 2 years until I could play because I was waiting for my front teeth. So right from the word go, I just wanted to play and I wanted to catch him up. And it was like having a pacemaker in a race kind of thing.
Yeah, he's the leading man.
It took about 4 years and I caught him up. But for some reason, it was like, I just felt quite soon that this was like my thing, you know. Like he'd beat me at football in the garden and he was obviously smarter and stuff. But I just felt that like music was going to be my thing.
Your forte, yeah.
Yeah. So.
Oh, nice one.
Not saying I'm good, just that I enjoy it.
No, you're good enough to do what you're doing because when I met you, you were doing it solo. And you were playing. First, you started playing the guitar, and then you started singing. And I thought, okay, fine. And then you pulled your trumpet from your hip, as I recall.
Yeah.
And you started, and I thought, oh, well, hold on a minute. What's he going to do next? And I was just sitting there thinking, I've seen many things. I haven't seen this.
Right, yeah.
I've seen a guy who can sing and play trumpet, yeah. Haven't seen a guy who can sing, play trumpet, and play guitar as well. But then you write your own songs.
Yeah. I hadn't played for a while. Like quite a few years, I hadn't really played much, just apart from messing around at home on the trumpet. And then I remember, I think Andreas had a gig at King Eddie's or something like that. And I was like, well, you know, I'll come and play along. So I just played along with them. But people's kind of reaction was just so kind of encouraging for me. They're coming up to me after saying, oh, wow, like I didn't know you could do that. And I was like, if I'm helping their band, why don't I help my own band? Because like at first I didn't use the trumpet, and I was like, if it gets that reaction, you know, use it with your own band. And then I noticed as soon as I started doing it, it gives you like a different sound, and people respond. You know, if things aren't going so well, you can get the trumpet out, start kind of jazzing around on it, and people in the venue ears will prick up and think like, what's going on, and it like focuses their attention, and then, you know, they might listen to your songs. So that's the main thing for me, is not so much being a trumpet player, it's just to help the overall sound.
Okay. Well, now how long has your band been together?
I think it was 2017. So
that's when you all
about
started?
3 years.
Wow. What are they called?
Don Clark Trio.
Now, if you haven't heard these guys, I'm going to play some of their stuff.
That was Adam's idea.
Adam's idea. Good idea.
Yeah.
Good idea. That was a good idea. Now, I'm going to play some of your stuff later on in the show.
Brilliant.
But you've been writing your own stuff. Because all the songs that you listen to, they're all based on something that's happened. And a lot of stuff that has gone on, especially in this area sort of thing.
Yeah, like... for me, it's just kind of like music always comes first. I have the melody and everything down to the exact syllable. I'm not like a kind of a really wordy person, you know. So then it's just like whatever words I can put to it that get it finished and don't ruin the music is my way of kind of writing lyrics.
Oh, okay.
And I'm quite harsh because I got to sing it, and I don't want to sing something kind of stupid, and I become attached to the music. So I kind of work quite hard on getting lyrics that match the music in terms of not making it worse than being an instrumental. So it's like,
true.
I've got to try and the guy I used to be in a band with was really good at writing lyrics. I always have him in mind, and like certain things about trying to make it mean something. Like you hear a lot of indie music and they have kind of like vague lyrics, and you know, all the audience can interpret it however they want and stuff. But I don't know. I find it's more powerful to actually try to
be specific,
express something, and just keep it to like one thing in a song, like one simple overall idea, which is maybe a bit more old-fashioned than people do nowadays. But I don't know. That's just kind of the kind of thing I like. I like the old jazz lyrics, the old songs. You know, they'd always quite about specific things, and it kind of tells a story, or it's like, yeah. So that's what I try and do.
Well, it's enjoyable because the last time I saw you at a gig was at King Eddie's, strangely enough. And we were there with Kate Thomas.
Yeah.
That was the last time before we all locked up.
Yeah, it was like February last year, wasn't it? It came up on my memories. I think
that's
it was like
right.
February 15th last year.
Yeah, that was good. I was only there to take pictures that night. and I ended up being on bass, which was kind of weird. And I thought,
Yeah, yeah.
okay, how are you going to do this? Because I'm not, I don't know all your songs. Because no,
Mm,
you've heard all the songs that we're going to do. And I thought, okay. So we
yeah.
did a little run through. Didn't have my bass with me, and the guy from the other band who was on before us kindly offered me his bass, and I thought, all right, cool, no problem, as long as you're fine with it. And everyone was said, yeah, cool. But what I went in for, I didn't expect,
Mm,
because Andreas was doing that flamenco stuff, and he was
yeah, he's
going.
brilliant at that.
He went from 0 to 1,000,000 miles an hour,
Mm,
and I had to keep up with him.
yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
the whole pub at them times, the pub was heaving.
Yeah,
We were
yeah, yeah.
standing. Literally, I remember I was standing next to you,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
then on my shoulder is where the crowd started,
Yeah, yeah,
going
yeah.
deep, 20 deep into the pub. And I'm
Yeah,
thinking,
yeah.
man, this is going to be a hard night.
Yeah.
But people couldn't believe what was going on. And then the
It was
guy
really
from the other
good, yeah.
band asked me to show him how to do what I was doing, and I thought, I'm just following him.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But that was one of the what's the word, high points.
I think that's probably the only proper gig we've done together. Like we've jammed a lot, but that was like
Yeah, that's
it's
true.
kind of
Yeah.
nice seeing you there, like stood next to you and like we're playing a gig together. It was good. I
It was
remember that.
strange.
Yeah.
It was. I thought to myself, man, I'm only here to take pictures, but I've been
Yeah.
thrust into the front, so go for it. And we
Yeah,
all had,
yeah.
everybody had fun. Everybody had fun. Hopefully,
Yeah, yeah.
it gets back to that same thing. That's what I'm looking for. That's what I'm hoping
I
for,
hope so. Yeah, yeah.
because that is a
It was
vibe that
quite
you
like
cannot replicate. Don't care what you do,
mm,
but it's nice.
the first lockdown, I was kind of okay with it. I'm like,
Hmm.
I like being in the studio, a bit of a studio rat. So I'm like, oh, this is fine. Like, I don't mind. It can carry on. But now I am like missing those kind of nights
You're
playing
pining for
live
going back out again.
stuff
Yeah.
like that. So yeah, yeah,
Ah, nice one. Now you play guitar and
yep,
trumpet, and then on bass you have got Connor.
yep.
And on drums, you've got not Adam, you've got
And Manuel,
Acid Man. I've met him several times. I still can't remember his name. Oh dear.
yeah, yeah,
Sorry,
yeah.
Manuel. But yeah, it's been good. Now you guys sound really cool together,
Thank you.
because I heard you play quite a few times, and then I heard you play over at, where were we? A pub in West London, I do believe. I think it was one of your
Ah,
first
yeah,
gigs.
yeah,
Remember that one?
yeah. It was it's called the Cellar or something. It was like in
That's
a
the one.
basement
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
around near where was it? Sort of
Down at
like
by Earl's
sort
Court
of
that way.
the posh bit of London around there somewhere. I
That's
think,
it. Yeah, 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 yeah. Just past
Mm.
East, but not too bad. But yeah, yeah. That was a
Yeah,
good evening. I quite enjoyed that because it's very different. But
yeah.
then I
I
like
think Adam.
music that goes everywhere that you don't expect it to go. That's nice.
Yeah, I think like one of the things I try to do is try to improvise because like the songs are kind of you listen to the recordings and the verse chorus type stuff. But when you're playing live, I don't know. Sometimes it takes a couple of times to listen to a song to really get to know it.
Hmm.
So I think doing spontaneous stuff live is kind of I'd like to do that as well as the songs because sometimes songs take time to get to know, whereas you're in the moment, crowd's in the moment, everything is just now, and it'll never be the same again. It's
Yeah,
just
and it
that.
sounds great as
So
well when you do that.
we try and play the songs and do something else, and it keeps everyone on the toes because sometimes it goes badly and sometimes it goes.
It has the
When it
potential to
goes
do
well,
that.
it's
Yeah.
better than you could. It's
Hmm.
better than you could rehearse it. Like you can't rehearse to do that.
No,
Like
no,
it's
no,
better.
no.
It's in the moment, and that's it's some kind of magic. But it does go wrong as well. But we would just say, we play the song, and then we just kind of there's like 16 bars of doing whatever you want, and then we
Hmm.
like go back to the song. But we don't know what we're going to do in those 16 bars until like we get there.
Until
But
you're there.
yeah, but that's like the fun of playing, So
Ah, it's
yeah.
nice. Now, once all this lockdown stuff passes, which according to, should I say, the news so far,
Mm,
we're looking within the next 2 to 3 months,
yeah.
hopefully. But it's probably going to change again, and then we'll
Mm,
go from there. But hopefully we can all get to basically meet up again,
yeah. Yeah.
because there wasn't a week. no, not a week, a month wouldn't pass that I wouldn't actually see you.
Yeah.
Because I'd either meet
Yeah.
you at the Arch, which is one
Yeah.
place, or at a jam session somewhere,
Hmm.
or
Like you
on
don't
the
even
way
need to
to
plan it.
somewhere.
Yeah, you don't even need to plan it.
No, it just
You just
happens.
know.
We
You
just,
just know that you're going to
yeah, we
see
just know,
people.
well, if I didn't see you this week, don't worry, I'll catch you next week.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
it's
Yeah.
real cool when you do that. But after a
Yeah.
year of not going out and seeing anybody,
Hmm.
you kind of start missing people,
Yeah.
which is weird. But, you learn, well, you got your number, everybody's got contacts, which is not a bad
Yeah.
thing, but it's just not the same.
Hmm.
It's not
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
same. But we keep in touch, as we always do.
Yeah. Yeah.
But then
Yeah.
we all have the one focal point, which is the Arch.
Hmm.
So when they
Yeah.
changed,
Definitely.
in the first lockdown, when they changed it from you can't, all the venues are closing, but you can do it outdoors, then it
Hmm.
wasn't too bad because it was summer. It was warm. Lately, it's been freezing. You don't really want to be outside there anyway.
Yeah. Yeah. It's tough. Yeah.
Oh, but we shall see. Now, you've got a new
Hmm.
album coming.
Yeah.
What can we expect from that, sir?
Sort of bits of all the kind of music that we like. So
Hmm.
I don't know. I grew up with making like compilation tapes of vinyl and stuff taped off the radio. So I've got like my like idea of making an album is not to worry about having like the same sound all the time, or
Hmm.
I kind of get bored with that. So I just like whatever the song feels like it should naturally do, I just let it do that, regardless of how it fits into like an overall picture. So it inevitably ends up having a similar sound because it's the same people, but it's going to be very varied, like lots of different types of rhythms, types of songs, and just like hodgepodge of all the different types of music and stuff that I'm into.
Oh, okay.
And I sometimes make a conscious effort to put the trumpet on just because it's kind of a bit of our sound. So if you
Hmm.
think, oh, I need like a melody in this chorus to go alongside the vocals, and it could be any one of three instruments. If they're all kind of equal, I will just pick the trumpet because it'll give it like a
Well,
certain
that is your
sound.
trademark. That is.
Yeah, but if it doesn't sound right, I wouldn't use it. But if it could be one of a few things, then
Hmm.
I'd lean towards putting the trumpet on there. Yeah.
Oh, nice one.
And I've
Now,
been trying to capture more of the live sound to try and get that spontaneous stuff on
okay.
there, which is good because we never really managed it before. But we've got a few now where there's more like improvising, like outro sections and stuff like that. So it's
Ah,
good.
it's the
And I'm not
improviser
sure there's,
stuff that I like.
yeah, and I'm not sure there's many other people doing a similar thing. So we're trying to carve out our own kind of sounds,
Well,
somewhere
when you
between like
do
song based and jazz.
when you do your own style, whoever hears it is going to know it's you.
Mm,
When you try to mimic somebody else or copy what somebody else is doing, that comes through in the music. But
yeah,
each
yeah,
time I've heard you guys play, and I've heard you quite a few times now, especially at the
mm,
Arch, when
yeah,
they did the open mic nights,
yeah,
and I saw you go, and I thought, yeah, I know what I'm going to expect from him, and I'm going to like it. And I've recorded
mm,
everything, and I'm sitting there
yeah, yeah,
thinking that's different,
yeah,
and because it's different, it's going to attract attention like no other, because
mm,
it's different,
yeah,
which
yeah,
is what music's all about.
mm,
But it's all good though, all good. Either way, either way.
yeah, yeah,
Now, when
yeah.
is this album going to be put out there?
We're going to put a single out first. The single is ready.
Oh,
Well, it's not mastered and it's not finally mixed, but it could be in like 24 hours kind of thing. But
mm-hmm.
I'm just, there's kind of work involved in doing stuff like that. So I'm just trying to get the bulk of the recording done before we release the single. And then while the single's out, we can like finalize the album and get the album out after that. But we'll release the single first.
Oh,
That's
okay.
a good one as well. It's like upbeat. It's got a bit of trumpet at the end. It's got a really good groove with like Connor and Manuel on there. So
Oh, okay.
looking
What's
forward
it
to
going to
getting
be
that
called?
out.
Any ideas?
The song,
Well, what's the song called, and then what's the album
the
going to
song's
be?
called Over Again, and the album's going to be called Music from the Mustard Seed because
That's the name of the studio.
that's our HQ. Yeah,
Ah,
yeah, and it's all recorded here. It's all done in house. So
I've got to come over there at some point. I have got to,
yeah,
because I can't believe you're only around the corner and I haven't been there yet.
Yeah.
but that will be fixed soon. That will be remedied soon.
I might need a cab at some point as well. So.
Well, you know where I am. You know what to do.
I've got a nice Vox head being repaired. I remember I showed it to you once.
Oh yes, yeah.
Yeah. So once I get that fixed, I'll need a cab for it. So.
No problem. Any idea what
No,
size you want? 10, 12?
I'm just a man. No, not yet. I'll see if they can rescue it first. If it's salvageable, but we'll see.
Well, I've recently built one that has got an amp built into it now.
Right.
So I'm going to start doing those because it makes it easier for if you're a keyboard player to just carry one thing as opposed to
Yeah.
one
Yeah.
thing, then a bag of leads, then another thing, and you're doing 2 and 3 trips to the car.
Yeah.
Where with this, you carry the cab, which got everything in it, and your keyboard. That's it.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it makes more sense.
This
Plus, it's
one
got a
would
mixer
just
as well.
be.
So yeah,
Yeah. This one wouldn't be one for moving. It'd just be.
it's going to be
Stay in the
setting
studio.
stone. All right. I like Robert's little lot. Oh yes.
Yeah.
Once you turn it on, you know what you've got. Nice one.
Yeah.
Oh yes, good. Well, I'm looking forward to coming down to your studio, hanging out with you guys, and
Yeah,
basically
me
seeing
too.
how it all goes because I know it's a lot of work. Because I remember
Mm.
when you started that, over a year ago now.
Yeah, it's about 2 years ago.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, and you put a lot of work in to get it to where it is now.
Yeah, I got Adam and Connor were really good as well. It gave me a lot of help. So it's mainly rehearsals at first, and we've slowly got more of my recording gear that I built up over the years. And over the last kind of 6 months to a year, been doing a lot more recordings in here.
Oh, okay.
And that's been going well. Yeah.
Now, if
It's
anyone
probably
wants to
more.
book a spot in your recording studio, where can we find you?
I guess like go to the Facebook page, Mustard Seed Studio, or social media, Mustard Seed Studio should come up for Stratford. Yeah.
Stratford E15.
Yep.
Good. Have you got a website or anything like that?
I've got like a page on my music sites. If you go to like donclarktrio.com, there'll be a Mustard Seed link on there, which has got like information as well.
Great stuff. Now
I can't afford to pay for 2 websites at the same time.
Not yet. You'll be a multi-millionaire soon enough, so don't worry about that.
Yeah.
I've seen how hard you work
Yeah.
and what you do, and if you're not a millionaire by soon, something's wrong. But no, you've been busy. You're one of the guys who I've noticed over the years just cracks on with things. You don't say much to anyone. You just think, you know what, I want to do that, and then you go off and you get it done. Then it's like, well, I've got this. Everyone thinks, oh, he's done that. Yeah, that's what he said he was going to do.
Yeah.
Which to me is not. That's normal. That's standard.
Yeah.
But then coming from the Arch One background, that should be the way it is. Because nobody talks too much. They just think, what needs doing? That, and that. Okay, crack on.
Yeah.
Which is always a good thing.
I enjoy it. That's it's the main thing.
I have noticed. Every time you do something, your heart's in it. Even when it comes to playing, your heart's in it.
Yeah, it's kind of like
that's deep.
Sounds cheesy, but playing along to music that you don't like is quite difficult.
Yes. Yeah.
I've found myself the odd occasion where you get roped into something and you're playing, and if you don't like the songs or the music, you come to do your solo, and it's just like horrible. You just can't.
Yeah, there's no feeling in it. No feeling at all.
Yeah. So.
It's all good though. Well, listen, we're gonna. This is nice to catch up with you. It's been a while.
Yeah.
Actually been too long, which is never a good thing. Never ever a good thing.
No.
So what we'll do, you're gonna turn into a regular for this section of the show.
Right.
Because you're number one. You're down the roads.
Yeah.
Everyone needs to be able to know where you are, and use your studio as well, which would always be good.
Yeah. And we're very try to keep it really affordable as well. I feel like we're somewhere between what people can do a lot in the bedrooms and stuff now with technology. And I think we're somewhere between what you can do in your bedroom and like a high-end studio. We're kind of a halfway house, which we can do a bit more than you can do at home. Also, it's a bit more inspiring to get out of your environment and plan for a session rather than just sitting around and seeing what happens, and practically recording a full drum kit and stuff like that. But also, just I want it to be the kind of environment that people are inspired by, they can afford it, and people are kind of proud to have it right around the corner from where they live, you know. So
Yeah,
that's
you
why
got
I
to travel
try
a
and
million
tie my
miles to get
music
there.
to it
Yeah.
as much as possible, you know.
Well,
Yeah.
Dom, once again, sir, it's been great having you on the show.
Yeah,
You'll be
thanks for having me
regular,
on.
so don't worry about that. I'll be making sure I'll give you a call every so often so you can update us on the progress of the studio
Yeah.
and the album when it comes.
Yeah. When this song's out, you can play it first and
Yes.
kind of like a exclusive.
That's what I
Yeah.
like. That's always like exclusives for the show. Always like exclusives for the
Yeah,
show.
yeah.
Well, take it easy, Dom.
Yeah,
Thank you
you
very
too.
much for your time
Yeah, thanks
and
a
look
lot for
after
having me.
yourself. Yeah, stay
Yeah,
safe.
you too.
Thank you very
Meet you
much.
soon. See ya.